Do you ever go start a video, but then a good song starts, so you're like, I need a moment to jam? This is what's happening right now, but I will stop this because we need to talk about this, because I was doing some research, and what's interesting is I think there was a nurse on here, and I cannot remember where I saw it. I think she talked about it too, this study that came out, and it talked about, say hello, Willow. It talked about epigenetics. If you're not familiar with what epigenetics is, look at her wet face. It is basically what happens with your experience in your life, your perception of it, how it gets lodged in your DNA. There become markers, basically kind of like these chemical tabs, if you will, or molecular tabs on your DNA that change the way that it expresses and the way that it can get passed down. So in this particular study, there was a study done on, I believe it was mice. Yes, it was mice, and it was on male mice. And they basically put them on this, which is awful to even say, but they put them on this sheet that basically electrocuted their feet every time they put a particular smell in their environment, so that they began to associate the smell with the pain. There was, of course, a control group, but basically they mated with women, had babies, and these babies had this same reaction, this same fear around the smell, which is going to prove that, again, something that you experience fear, Willow, chill. When you experience fear, when you experience trauma, what happens to your DNA and how it expresses changes, and that you can pass that on to children, because it was also then shown in their grandbabies. The control group, obviously nothing. There was no smell, there was no pain, and something to compare it to. So what that is saying, they're continuing to do studies, and I want to share this with you because I need you to understand that the medical system is always about 50 years behind science. 50 years. So when I'm telling you that energy medicine, quantum medicine is the future, I'm saying that science is basically coming to that conclusion now, and you will find out in 50 years. Willow doesn't want you to get left behind. So a lot of what I teach is when you're shifting your frequency, when you're healing from trauma, when you're releasing stored emotional baggage, hello, big girl, what you're doing is changing for generations to come. Changing for generations to come. And not only that, when you heal, because your DNA is receptive to your environment, when you heal, other people pick up on that frequency, that changed frequency, and then they can also feel safe enough to heal. When you change your frequency, when you heal, you can change the world, my friends. You can change the world.